moral of the story is watch Expanse because it's the best science fiction show on television.
I would absolutely.
Colony is all right.
I'm actually reading Expanse.
Expanse I've always wanted to watch.
Expanse is
One of the things I actually wanted to ask you guys, if you guys have any
Expanse is like
recommendations.
Expanse is cool.
Expanse is like I don't
It
know,
reminds me-
hard sci-fi.
It's hard sci-fi and it reminds me a lot of our space, like the beginning elements of our space western.
Yeah. A good yes. The Expanse is like space is cold and it's dark and it's vast
Yeah.
and it's
Are you an
unforgiving.
X-Men fan at all?
Yeah.
So Legion is, in the comics, and the show it never specifically says, and I don't know if they ever will, but it doesn't matter, but in the comics, Legion was the son of Charles Xavier, and he's like one of the most powerful mutants in the world.
Why is he named Legion like the demon?
Well, he essentially becomes a villain because he was just...
Sure, is
he
that why he's
essentially-
named Legion?
I
It's
think it's
quite,
because
it's quite,
Legion-
it's quite biblical.
I think it's Legion because he essentially is such a powerful telekinetic that Reich can...
Also, I didn't know you were in a Nine Snails, so sure, that's
movies.
It's kind of,
respect.
but he becomes so powerful that he ultimately becomes a bad guy.
Yeah, well, and he's also schizophrenic. So that doesn't...
Oh, okay, that's why
does
he's
not-
leading. That's why he's leading.
Yeah, does not help matters
Sure.
at
Okay.
all.
That's fine.
And in the show, one of the cool things, the way they film it and the way they edit it, you're never exactly sure what's going on.
Oh,
There's
it's
another
scared.
door. Oh, you're locking us out. Holy
Yeah, she does
shit.
not want us coming.
Wow.
You want us to come through that way? And use our bathroom? Okay, you sure? Alright.
So is that unlocked or
I
what?
was super quiet, but I was like, I'm going right past her.
All right.
She asked us to use the other bathroom, so now she wants us to use it.
Yeah, because she's in charge. Nazis.
Well, the babies are crying as soon as I got in the bathroom. I was
Heroes.
like, I didn't even leave.
Oh, yeah. That's why she's not doing
A cowboy, a mechanic, and a hillbilly, a Nazi, and two militiamen, and a bearded crazy are on a crane.
On a crane.
Well,
That's where we
it.
start.
Not the militiamen, but you,
Oh, he left.
Ronnie, the
Ronnie, the
Nazi, the
militiaman.
sheriff, the Victor, and Skeeter are
Okay.
on
The Georgie, or whatever the fuck his name is, left. He wasn't Georgie.
I don't remember Jordan. Are you guys driving the train down? To
I was
depot?
just, I was, the militia
Ronnie's-
guys left. I don't remember.
So you guys make it down to the depot, and Ronnie shows
Okay.
you the
What does the
depot.
depot look like?
It's a box, is really what it looks like. It's a large, what looks like it used to be some sort of airport
Oh, like a
airplane
big
hangar.
hangar. Okay.
Inside the depot, the doors themselves have been opened up. They look like they were pried as crowbars. Somebody has been down here and taken things out of the depot. But there are two large tanks of gas. One of them is half empty, and the other one is a quarter empty, or has a quarter full, I should say. One's half full and one's a quarter full. So one has 50%, the other one has 25%.
25, okay.
So,
Are you gonna give us the thing from Die Hard with Vengeance where they have a 4-gallon and a 1-gallon? Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
there is a little bit of a problem here, because you guys don't have no easy way. We're talking about a lot of gas.
Yeah,
It's 25% of this tank. And
sure,
this is-
100 gallons or something.
Yeah, easily. Maybe
1,000.
more. Yeah,
More,
so
sure.
it could be 200 gallons of gas. So how do you get the 25, how do you get the gas out?
Is it concrete floor?
No, the tanks are on the outside of the building,
Oh, awesome, okay.
and they're above ground.
What's inside?
Inside is an empty hangar. It looks like there was vehicles. You see like wood stains in the ground.
Okay.
And you see a couple of boxes that had like padlocks but have been broken off. Inside were like, guns and stuff, but they're gone.
Sure.
Nothing's there. All that's left is a field inside.
Yeah, I'm looking at Victor.
What kind of outside plumbing is on these things?
No plumbing, as it were. They're just tanks.
Well,
They
if
have
they-
any, how do they fill them?
Yeah, they have like, they have a spigot attachment at the top, a hose attachment at the top.
Alright, so what
If
they
we
open
were,
up to fill
if
in?
we were able to fill the half tank with the remaining quarter of the other tank, so that we're now just have one tank, could we lift it with the crane and still be able to grab it?
And drag it?
If
Yeah,
we, if we
yes.
go up high enough with the thing, then we'll.
Yes.
shoot it.
Yes, I mean, that's what was Ronnie's idea. Ronnie's idea was hook up a tank and pull it up. Hans says, yeah, but Hans does nothing actually.
I was gonna say, well, I guess we have to lift one and fill the other, and then.
Yeah, how do you feel
Yeah.
that?
I mean, you said it has a,
Yeah,
fill on
What
top,
is it, like
right?
a?
but it's not.
Sure, but we need like a hose or some shit.
Yeah, like a
Is the
spigot.
tank pressurized, what is it?
Well, I mean,
No.
lift one over.
Well, we just
and
all
lift-
take turns sucking on the tube and eventually gravity does the work and you let it go into the other one.
Say again?
I'm not kidding, that's how you fucking siphon gas, goddammit.
Yeah, it's,
That's what I was asking for plumbing,
Suck on the
anything to
tube,
siphon, you said there's no plumbing, so.
Yeah, there's no like tubes hooked up.
Y'all
There
keep
are,
twisting my words into homoerotic bullshit.
Are
I'm
you gonna
just
pay a
speaking
fake point to
truth.
say that there's garden hoses? Or some sort of rubber tubing?
Well, I'll pay a fake point to say these things are designed to be filled and unfilled, like externally, so.
They are, you can make.
You're not gonna go through the garden hose, like, to fill these things.
Yeah, but you don't have.
No,
This
but-
is apocalyptic environment.
I know,
And they're
and
not
real
intended-
fuel tanks, is what I'm saying, have big fill nozzles.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that this is an apocalyptic environment. 60 years ago, these tanks were filled by other trucks with hose attachments that you guys don't have.
It's a
Right,
freaking-
what I mean is lift one up so that you,
And fucking-
where you normally discharge that,
And
it
dump
goes
it
into
in.
the fill area of the other one.
Yeah, that's not how they work. I'll draw them out. These are ESIS tanks, and the way
Okay.
ESIS tanks
You can
work.
say Easton tanks anytime you want.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, I have to go off of what I know of gas tanks.
Yeah, can I
yeah,
ask?
these are what these tanks look like.
Yeah, you guys are working on that, and I'm talking to Hans, and I say, Hans, will they take an American?
That's what they look like. So they have a whole, they have a detachment at the top.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
it's like a hole on top,
Yeah.
you know, you
I
do
knew
that.
I didn't
So
even
lift
you
the
have
other,
lights.
these are also have spigots down here to fill, right?
How do you?
I need
lift
to
one on top of the
explore
other?
all of
Okay.
my options.
Yeah, how? I'm still,
I mean,
these are like massive, we're talking like 1,000 gallon, these are huge tanks. So how do you?
so, okay, so the big,
Yeah, they're big tanks. So like you're gonna be able to drag one tank to the other.
right, there's no,
But with any sort of precision, you're not gonna be able to lift up a giant tank.
Can I ask-
And fit the nozzles on.
I wanna ask Hans, if we
Okay,
took
yeah.
if we took all the fuel from the tank that's the most fuel, how far could we get? Hans, you've flown the plane, how far could we get if we take that one? If we somehow drug it back and could fill up the plane?
That is a good question. You guys would be able to fly double the distance that you thought, fly off of, just a quarter of one of those tanks are. So with both of those tanks of gas, if you had them, you'd be able, to fly, you'd be able to fly 1,200 miles.
That's not right.
That's far
I mean,
from plane that
I think-
size.
I
I'm gonna
Well,
spend
I
a fake
know,
point
I
and
know.
use my unconventional genius and utilize
Wow.
some fucking hillbilly MacGyver tricks to get one gas to the other tank so that we have that whole 25% into the 50%.
ping this one back to.
Yeah, because.
We can take turns
We didn't end up following.
sucking
through.
on the tube or whatever it is I find, that we'll find something.
Sucking on the tube.
We'll make this shit work.
Okay.
I
so-
like that. I see, I need to do, I
What
need
were
to
you
do
saying?
jigger by
You
hours.
didn't end up doing
They're
both
crazy.
tonight?
So, yeah, because they don't, there's no spigot that's here, they're at the bottom, you can poke a hole in them.
How is there no spigot to actually dispense these
Because
fuel?
he said he has designed the tube.
Okay,
That's why.
whatever.
He called these tubes now.
It makes, they're useless gas tanks, I got it.
Your buddy Ronnie designed them, that's why.
Okay, anyways, you are able to get the gas out of there, you end up
Okay.
lifting up on one end and siphon the gas down into the other tank, and you take the bigger of the two tanks.
I make Hans do it.
Yeah, sure.
He
Make
siphons
Hans
the
siphon
gas. No, I don't.
I said we can take
We all
turns,
take
doesn't
turns.
matter.
We all take turns. I don't make Hans do any
Yeah.
fucked up shit.
Okay, perfect, so you're able to get the gas out. You have the tank, you're dragging it by the hook off of one of these things?
If it has no, sure.
Sure, yeah,
You're
yeah.
hooking it on there? Sure.
Yeah,
You're-
absolutely.
I'll be
We're
complete
I
dragging
that.
it.
wasn't gonna
Yes.
drag it, but sure, that'll work.
What's Ronnie doing?
How would you transfer it?
Lift it.
Yeah. You
We're
just-
carrying it?
Carry it suspended. I mean, these
Yeah.
things move
Yeah, yeah.
super fucking slow, so
Yes.
it's not like.
Yes, that is what I
Okay.
was envisioning. So you have it cranked up to the top of the boom and
Well,
you're driving
question,
back.
with that weight, is it gonna take us, how much longer does it take to get there? Like, it took us X amount of time to get there, does
You'll
it
be
take
getting
us
there right at.
two X? Oh, nice, perfect.
You'll be getting there in just.
Wunderbar.
This is
As
right.
our German
This is
friend
right.
might say.
You'll
Or
be
I'd say
getting
two
night
tubes.
falls, the crane.
Yeah, serpent fall.
You guys are able to come back, I'm gonna say, the crane is here, redrawing the
Listen,
crane.
this is where I'm gonna tell you, Benji's gonna die, but he's gonna be riding one of these Mongolian death worms. And battling the other ones, and I'll be like, kill Hitler.
I guess ultimately the tank design didn't matter too much to me, I just wanted to.
That's why I said, you can say whatever you want,
Yeah.
because it's more about the stories.
Yeah, I just wanted to get an explanation of how the gas got in there.
When we went there, did we see anything, signs of cars, or
They used to
do
be
you want me
there.
to investigate, or did we see anything?
You can do it as a
Let's
state.
investigate, let's see, did we see, cause I'm curious, okay, I just got a 3.
Yeah.
I'm just curious if there's any signs of life.
No, it looks like it had been broken into a while ago, and there were vehicles at one point, because you can see oil stains on the floor
Okay.
of that building. There were some ammo crates that were there, looked like there were some weapons that were there, but it had been pilfered.
Okay,
Had been pilfered.
sure, probably after a certain.
Yeah, at some
That's
point
what I
after.
would, that's what I would,
Yeah,
that's what I would.
actually, and Ronnie said that it was filled up until about a year ago until his room started.
Oh, sure.
So there's potential that it was somebody after the fact, after
people
that
that need
lunch.
to-
Could have been Nazis,
Maybe we'll get
could have been
away.
the Texas Rangers.
So,
Well, some of them,
where do you fuel the plane? We're rolling in, where's the fuel?
Because this became a battle last time, you guys can just fuel the plane, you got the computer there, you have what you need on the car, on the plane to fuel. So you have the gas there.
No,
I just
I'm
wanted it to move forward.
No, it's not a problem, it's
Argue
not,
about goddamn gas
it's not a
station.
problem, you're gonna get fuel.
Okay.
So
Okay,
it's
yeah.
gonna take time.
Alright, so I'm gonna say to,
It's going to take time, how long is it gonna take?
I'm gonna tell Hans to, maybe you ought to get up on the 50 caliber.
Fuck no, Hans needs to, yeah, you tell
It's
Hans
gonna
that, and I
take,
say,
it's gonna take, 4 hours for
Oh
it
my
to-
God.
to-
I say, listen, Hans needs to operate this serpent, the Heidi, the stealth business, and I'll get on the 50 cal.
He already said that anything that is not natural is attracted to it.
So we shouldn't turn it on,
Right,
but it's gonna come
Hans-
anyway.
Hans has a theory.
yeah.
Well, no, I know.
Hans, whether it's theory
Okay,
right. it's
so
a
I say,
theory.
well, if these are serpent.
If you wanna man the 50 caliber, go for it.
I'll get on the 50 cal, and Hans needs
He
to.
wants to shoot the gun, let him shoot the gun.
Are you?
Try not to shoot anything innocent though.
But he's not Skeeter.
Yeah, I whisper.
No,
to
no,
you.
that was-
I whisper to you. That's Skeeter's job.
That wasn't actually a jab, that was like
I'm gonna
avoid
start
friendly.
flipping tables and.
You're in a way.
That was avoid friendly fire, that's all that meant.
Yeah, sure. So I
Disparaging my character.
Anyway,
The Spurgeon.
here. Okay.
Okay, so you go to the.
So hold on. No, here's what actually happened. I go. Yeah. Okay. So I go to the remaining militiamen and I say, listen,
There's one guy.
we've got. Oh shit. Okay.
I thought there was two.
Yeah, you have
Well,
one guy.
one's a civilian.
So I go to the what's his name?
One guy.
Rod
There's
and.
two
Is it
blacks.
Rod?
Blacks are-
There's
are-
Rod,
Is there?
there's four
Is it
silver.
Rod? Is it Ruby?
Rod
Is
Rod
it?
is the militia guy.
Is it
Two
Ruby?
of the silver guy eating and other militiamen.
Is it Ruby Rod?
Rod and Jeremy.
They're still around.
But
One's
is
a
it-
civilian and one's a.
is
Oh, I thought,
Yeah,
well,
my question is it Ruby Rod?
No, it's not.
Rod
I tell
is-
her, okay, Rod's the militiaman now.
Correct.
And I say, okay, I go to Rod, and I
They're
say,
civilians.
Yeah, there always have been two. There's 4 civilians total, 2 of them
Yeah.
got eaten by snakes.
So there's Jeremy and
there's
somebody.
2 children. I say, God damn it, Rod, we're gonna fill the plane. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go get on this plane's big gun. Right now, it's your job to watch these the civilians, the children, and Miss Chantilly. You think you can do that, Rod?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm counting on you, Rod. And I put my hand on his shoulder.
You should do a report roll for some extra
Yeah,
bonus
okay.
or
Usually,
something.
yeah, usually it's a leadership. So,
Which would be
Oh,
leadership. Leadership.
Oh,
is-
fuck, that's not a skill that you say you can have. Okay, fine, a leadership roll,
You can try to
at
get-
plus 0, a leadership roll at plus 0, okay. Fuck. That would be plus 1.
Do you wanna get him, or you know, what, because it did set, you have the report, such a high skill, I'll let you roll before. Go ahead, make me a report.
No, okay, no, here's what I do. I will give you a fate point, and here's what I do. I pull out,
For the
my,
fate point, you could re-roll the report.
yeah, fuck that. What I do is I pull out, my badge of the sheriff of Nevada County.
Yeah, the monkey,
No, I don't, no, that's on my jacket.
Yes.
I'm keeping that shit. I put it on Rod, and I say, Rod, you know I'm, I say, Rod, you know I'm not from around here. You know I wasn't from Grass Valley, I was from Chicago. But I know that you love Grass Valley. And these are the children of Grass Valley. This might be all that's left, and it's your job to make sure they're safe. And I give him the sheriff's hat.
Oh, I'm gonna give you that big one back, that's good. That happens, that just happens. And he says, he gets a tear in his eye, locks and loads, and says, I'll protect them with my life.
Okay, and then I go get on the gun.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you're on the gun, you are, the gun, I'm just gonna
I'm on
say.
the gun that's there's one on each side, right?
Yeah,
Or-
there's like.
I'm on the
there's
side
one
watching,
coming out the
I'm
side.
like watching the fuel tank side, I
Okay,
guess.
so you're over here.
And now I have to cross off that I don't have
You-
my sheriff badge anymore.
Yeah, I'm dead.
And he goes and he takes them in the fuselage. Okay, perfect, you're on the side there with the gun, he's watching the kids.
Yes, and Atlas has come up beside me.
Yeah, okay, Atlas is sitting there next to you. Scarf
Yeah.
on, alright, perfect. What are the rest of you doing?
I guess I'm just-
Are you filling up the tank? Somebody needs to man the tank to make sure. the tank
Yeah,
is
I'm
filled.
yelling at Hans also. God damn it, Hans, you better ready to take off.
Hans says, jawohl.
Can Hans even take off one?
Yeah, that's what you guys did, remember? You guys.
Well, both of us do, so if one of us is on,
He can certainly start it. He can certainly get you taxiing. He
Okay.
can get the engines running.
alright,
Well,
so I guess
I'll
I'm,
figure it out.
I'm just eyes peeled, I'm like watching for, but I'm film tank.
Yeah, you're filling the tank. Filling the tank is an active endeavor. So you have to be there watching and making sure. that
Yeah,
it's-
constantly.
Yeah, just watching it. So in case anything that goes wrong, you don't want gas spilling all over the tarmac.
Right.
And you guys technically don't have to fill it up all the way. It's another
We're
thing.
filling it up.
4 hours taking to get filled up all the way.
So yeah, it's gonna be like midnight when we get filled it up?
Yeah,
or
it'll
10,
start to
11?
it starts to get dark as you guys are filling it up.
And none of us are on the ground. Is it
No, these are
we're
all-
either on the tarmac or on the.
Well, that's my question. Where are you? Where do you want to be in the plane?
That's a good question.
Where, this isn't on the ground. This is on the roof.
Skeeter's on the plane aiding on missions.
No, I am not.
I was trying to
not,
do
I ain't trying
He's
that.
gonna get bull. Keeps talking to until.
Yeah.
So, unless we have a better idea, then just fill it as much as we can. Anybody?
Well, yeah, before we
I'm just determining, things are gonna happen, so I'm determining where everybody is.
Sure, can I also say that I just let, the Chantilly know what's going on?
Yeah,
That we're filling the plane, we're gonna take off, I'm not sure we're gonna let them get away, but there are things
So
outside.
where's the zone? What is the zone in this scenario?
zone 1, zone 2, the tarmac is zone 3, and then the either side is a separate zone. So moving in between each of
There's a
these.
zone on the other side of the tarmac, and then
They're
the
essentially-
zone where the crane is another.
Correct. Yeah,
Where the
there's-
crane is would be another zone.
Yeah, correct. So there's a bunch of different levels, so it's kind of important where you choose to be.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask, is
Let's leave Ron.
Somebody needs to be manning the gas. Are you gonna leave Ronnie manning the gas? There's another 50 gallon.
Oh, no,
side
Hans is
plane.
on the plane. Hans
Wait, when do you have to have to be
able?
able, what do you have to be able to have to shoot the 50 cal? Don't you have to have a high shoot?
Yes, you should have a high guns, which Ronnie does not.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no.
Well, out
Remember,
of
he's a
game,
scientist.
out of game, the best person, the
You
best,
actually are the best.
the best
person
P,
to
yeah,
fire.
the best PC
Right,
to do it
okay,
is Victor.
Victor is the best person to fire.
Yeah, so like out of game, but
So, okay, then,
Yeah.
does any of the civilians know how to run, like, the crane?
Yeah, with some simple, I mean, yes. They
All right,
just need
So one of them swap with me so I can show the 50 caliber.
Oh, you're kicking me off the 50 cal?
No, it's
No,
two.
there's two. There's one on the other side of the.
You're gonna be on the side not facing the crane?
Yeah, there's,
Well,
well,
there's another zone.
There's a whole area of like.
There's a zone on the
Alright,
side.
that's fine,
which
okay.
I'm gonna move, I'm just gonna put you down here, 50 cals off the side.
Yeah, sure.
So, but it's in the fuselage section. Okay, perfect. Okay, where are you? You're,
I'm actually still, I was like trying to,
And
oh god.
tell Ronnie to get in the plan.
Ronnie, get behind the flag.
Yeah, we need the horn.
Okay,
Oh wait,
starting to get
so,
nighttime out.
there,
Oh shit, I should have caught some menus.
so their zone, they're in the same zone that our two shooters, correct?
Who?
Victor and
Yes.
Angie are in the same zone.
Yes, they're fighting, but they're on opposite sides, yes.
Can I,
Right, but
Vic-
I think. I'll be up there with them.
In the-
I'm just, well, all my stuff is like zone dependent, so I'm trying, like, I don't wanna be fucking down there with this one grunt that nobody cares about. Fucking risking, like, I don't know.
Well,
Right,
actually,
we
I
shield.
take that back. He's also gonna be out here with him too, because he's the militia guy, and he's been sworn to protect him, so he's overwatching it.
Okay.
And the sheriff has made it clear that he's got the back, because he's on 50 cal.
Right.
And you're protecting on the
I
other
mean,
side,
it's
50
not
cal.
really 50 cal, because the terms are not 50 cal, it's like a 12.7. Anyway, I'm an ass, moving on.
No, that's fine,
Alright.
whatever, it's a ship mounted, airplane mounted machine.
New Schwerwinter.
But none of my like,
Sure.
well, like my stuff, like when I do like my area effect stuff,
Yeah.
that's for them. That's not for these guys, right?
No,
Or
yeah, it
would
would absolutely affect your allies. Those guys will
Okay.
get bonuses to their rolls, you give them so damage.
It would just be, yeah. Okay.
All right, are we ready?
I wanted to, you know, in all the crane handling, make sure that the crane is not physically in the way of the plane from just quick takeoff.
Yes.
And
The plane is
I will
not, the crane is
fucking
not.
be out. in this-
Okay, so you're outside.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, another target.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a side door here, so they would have to hop off and you guys can get in the fuselage to the side door. There is no aft entry to the plane, so you can either go to the side door, or you can go to the front. The dome, front part of the plane opens up. And there's a side door on the other side. So, yes, okay, perfect. So it is nighttime.
These guys are more like up here, correct? And, like,
Yeah, they're
there was
probably-
actually a
No,
physical,
no.
they'd be up higher.
No, they're actually underneath the plane.
Oh, they're
on the
underneath,
boards.
so they'd be more like
Yeah, so they're
floating
actually, correct.
here. Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I put them on the
Well,
backside.
the children and all that shit are, they're in the bunks.
No, I was just talking about you guys. I was just trying to
The
visualize.
children and Miss Chantilly and all that are up there.
Yeah, and I put, I'll let Michelle until he can be this horrid monster.
This war, got it.
Here, I'll put
We
this
still don't
Michelle.
actually know her story.
No, you don't.
All we know is that she was
Yeah, but we've been here.
with some French
Sure.
assignment.
Sure, but we can find out later. We've been here for like 6 hours, we landed, there's fucking graboids. Sorry for calling that at the beginning, my bad.
No, I thought that was funny. I'm glad that you caught
I
it.
know
I think
you're
the,
lying.
I think the music gave it away.
No, it wasn't the music, fuck no, raised off the ground in the desert, come on. Why the fuck, there's graboids. Fucking, as long as there's not fucking ass blasters. Ass blasters. Have you seen Tremors 3?
Yeah, number three.
They can fly and they're called ass
They call them
blasters.
ass blasters?
They're called
Is that
ass
three?
blasters in the movie.
Oh,
It's fucking rad.
Tremors 2 is the only one where they walk around.
Tremors, yeah, Tremors 3, they have wings and they can
There's
fly.
only one
and they're
good
called,
movie in
they
that
like,
series.
and they like it. Don't they shoot
Yeah.
something out their ass and then they like fly for a little bit?
Oh my god.
Like chickens or some shit? They're called ass blasters, bro, you gotta watch that shit. It's really good.
This is mind-boggling.
It's
All right.
amazing. Yeah, Tremors 3, it becomes the movie, what's the guy with all the guns? In Tremors,
Yeah, I may know his
it-
character.
basically the Tremors becomes, the movie about the guy with the guns murdering Tremors. And then there's actually a Tremors TV show too.
Oh, God. I like Tremors 2 a lot. I don't know why, but I enjoyed
Right, it was one of those movies, you're like, this is super entertaining.
Yeah.
They go down to Mexico and they
Yeah.
walk up the big refinery and.
Shoot up a bunch of, I like the graphic ones. Okay, all right, so as you guys are sitting there, on the plane, the first hour goes by without incident. Actually, it seems really, really quiet. Nothing's going on.
Too quiet.
Yeah, and then you hear,
It's like full on dark now. Oh, they have like islands.
It's a train.
it sounds like giant flies flying overhead.
Does the, does the plane have like a searchlight?
Yeah, it does actually. Right above the pilots. Why do you want somebody to be man? Hans.
Fucking no. It's all good. I'm just curious. We hear that.
Yes, you hear that as
In the 50 cals, we all hear it.
Say again?
In the 50 cals, we hear it.
Oh yeah, you can hear it actually reverberates in. Is there a deck of cards in there?
Is it a regular deck or a deck of fate?
No, I don't have a deck of cards. I don't like the deck of fate.
I bought the deck of fate on Amazon. It's in my house.
Yeah, I mean it's good for like for the kids, you know.
Yeah.
Or if you're playing
Actually, I
Fate
bought a
Accelerated.
couple. Yeah, I bought a couple fate books. I don't know if you. They had some like.
Ace.
Oh, no.
Fuck off.
Me, you, and you. Okay,
Look at that.
nice
What
little
about
circle.
Hans?
Hans.
But he,
Hans goes with me, so I get to go with
Yeah.
Hans and Ryan.
All NPCs go at the same time, unfortunately.
Okay.
Or fortunately.
Yes, but in this case, unfortunately.
Well, what if I grab his mind?
What could be
and then-
unfortunate about?
Do I get to roll from it if I were to do that?
Huh?
If I, during my turn, if I was to take over his mind again, would I then
Sure.
get to take over his roles?
Sure, but your roles would all, but then on your turn, you would have to be maintaining your emotion, your grab on him. So you don't have,
Oh, I see.
you can't just get to hold him and control him and then on your
You
turn.
do badass shit too, yeah. Oh, those are horrific. Bro, where the fuck do you find these miniatures? That guy's already dead. Oh, this is fucking sick. It's a little fucking Zergling Tyranid.
All right. So as you see this, as the bugs land, I get to go. My civilian gets to defend. Let's see how he does.
Wait, does the light change to the music?
A
A little bit, or?
I don't know. Another
Oh, good lord.
does bad. It's Flighting gets to go.
Demons?
Oh.
He doesn't do great either, but he does enough to be able to grab this guy.
Was he feeling it, or he was just
He was
watching?
feeling it.
Oh,
And you
fuck.
hear, "Wah!" as he flies off.
Oh, fuck, okay, so they actually, he picks him up and flies away?
Flies away.
Oh, that's savage, I love
Okay, so that flight even went. So as the militiaman comes up here and starts shooting
Is that
into the
Rod?
air, that's
it.
Rod.
This might be like Rod.
Yeah. You gonna protect
That's the
him?
new sheriff.
What?
You gonna protect him?
Rod gets, Rod gets +2 to his roll because, he's
Yes.
the sheriff of, I'll spend more fate points because he has, a temporary aspect called, Savior of Grass Valley. Okay, that's pretty weak. What would actually be a better name?
Rod shoots up into the air and actually hits one of the demons, the one carrying the civilian off,
Oh, sick.
Jeremy, and as the demon flies off,
Rod's a hero.
he's shooting up and
He's the real hero of Ragnarok.
he says he's like messing, hanging on, pulling on the levers. It's like, what do I gotta do? As when the civilian was pulled off, the actual gas tank was taken off kilter and is not filling up.
Oh, is it like spilling on the
Alright,
ground?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
You're gonna go help him? Okay, cool.
Oh,
your
you're a
turn.
psycho.
I'm,
As go ahead. it's just a supplementary roll, make me a drive roll. Oh, excuse me.
After this fuck all, my brute force and ignorance.
Yeah, sure. +2 to the roll?
Yeah,
Or reroll.
Or, well, actually,
I would just go, well, yeah.
I'm like, yeah. No, just take the +2.
Yeah, I would do that.
That's enough to be able to move it back. You figured out what you were, and the gas is still
You wanna
refilling.
reroll on minus
You haven't
three.
lost anything as far as time. You lost a little bit of gas, but nothing as far as time. All right, you get one more action. That was a supplementary.
Perfect.
So what would you like to do?
Those fuckers over there.
I should rod. I could roll it. Skeeter's murdered more people than me, right?
I haven't murdered anybody, goddammit.
You did kind of murder Jeffries.
Murder him.
I don't know, putting him.
Euthanized him.
There you
Come
go,
on.
that's fair. You euthanized him.
Euthanized him.
Euthanized
He had a
him.
solution to his problem.
That's fucked. That's sad. Poor Jeffries.
Hey, at least the rat didn't, you know? Well, they probably ate his dead corpse.
Yeah.
Damn, that's.
No, at that point we're just meat. The Klingons don't even respect a dead corpse. At that point, it's just a vessel. They don't care about burying their corpses. They don't care what happens to their dead. Klingons just shoot them out into space. They don't give a fuck. So what are you doing, Skeeter?
I was gonna say, maybe it could be like. Wait, have you ever watched Deep Space Nine? Is that related? Deep Space Nine, I like the Jem'Hadar in Deep Space Nine because they're like,
The other-
we're already dead. And then.
The other fly demons are in the other zone.
Correct.
Would you have a gun? In this game, what can we do? Can we shoot into the adjacent
well,
zone with our guns?
I
Sometimes
do.
can,
My,
yes.
I mean, my shoot is
Probably
not really.
not a pistol though.
No, but your
Like
stern
a
gunner
rifle,
can.
yeah.
Your stern gunner can
I was
do-
gonna say I have a 6-shooter.
Yeah.
My shoot is not even that
I
high
understand,
of a
so
skill
I-
anyway, so that's not really.
No, but did we establish that you can only use your sight on that one zone? I think we have, yes.
Actually, you know what? I don't think that that's come up, but I would say from context, we've only done it in one zone.
Yes, but we
I
have.
mean, like within game, we've never gone beyond a zone.
That's
I've
true.
always been in the same zone as.
I think that's fair. I
And,
mean,
and I mean, it makes sense too, because also like with my whole, like if I do my snake ritual, it's within that zone.
yeah.
So it's not that far reaching. That's why I'm like, I guess. Yeah. I don't know that I can do anything
sorry.
that is useful.
Unrelated. These two are behind the plane. Where's this guy on top of the plane?
Yeah, he's on top of the plane,
Okay.
but I don't have a place to put him on.
No, sure.
Yeah, he's not inside.
Okay.
Sure as fuck don't want to track one of those fuckers over to me. But, well, I can't actually hurt them from over here anyway. If I'm in the zone.
This is fun. This is cool. Amazon's gonna make a phone barbarian.
Well, you know what? I'll just, you know what? Fuck it. I really don't have anything else that's useful, so I'm gonna start my snake ritual, so it'll help rot out
Sure, perfect.
as things go on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, go for it. Do you have to make a roll for that?
It's just one of my extras.
Yeah, because everybody gets snake bit, they get a free.
Yeah, basically, it's my full action, so that's just my full action. And then it allows each, I can't defend, that's what it is. So yes, it's just, I don't have to roll, but I can't defend.
You can, just so you know, if you're in the cab, which you are, you get some armor
Oh, okay.
too.
But full action can't defend. Snake bit is zone 1, or so it's a zone.
Yeah.
And then it allows the PC to get one free hit. So that would be Rod would get a free hit.
Good. That's good. Your turn.
When I look out the window, I can't see anything. I can see them. I saw him.
You saw the
I saw him fly away. I see him. I saw him get taken away. Can I, just take an action to, sort of a defensive action to be ready to fire on anything that
Comes into the zone?
comes
Yeah,
to them-
absolutely.
To them, I'm like,
Basically, you wait, basically you hold your action so you
Yeah.
can jump in whenever something comes in your
yes,
frame.
basically I'm covering Skeeter and
Okay.
Rod,
So you're holding,
because I can't see
so
shit.
that means as soon as something comes in, a bad guy or whatever, you can jump in front of their attack.
Okay.
And attack.
Yeah.
Go for it.
There's communications between the gunners and the
Yeah,
pilot?
yeah, you can, yeah, absolutely.
Pretend it's like a Millennium Falcon. Right when they're
Just shout to, in the thing,
Oh,
just
God.
Hans to,
We gotta go see
You know,
that
get the engines
Han
up.
Solo movie.
Okay,
and
Which,
then,
by the way,
if I see any of the,
The fucking dude
Have you
played
seen the Flash?
Nope.
Looks
You don't-
exactly like
are you holding your
It's
action?
crazy.
It's Donald Glover.
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, he's a beast. And everything. Either that or I'm racist and what, same, but.
I'll just tell him, hold my action, I'll tell him to, get the engines up and try using the lights, unless it makes it worse.
okay.
You have to find out what
So,
happens.
so
Well,
Hans
stop
turns,
using it.
Hans turns on the exterior lights, so which fill all these areas of pools of light, which give you some better visibility. And as you and actually you see this, as the light hits the sand, you see like swimming through the sand.
Do they seem to be bothered by the light, or just?
No, you're just able to see.
We just are able to see, there's a lot of activity.
Yeah, a lot of activity, and it's big. It doesn't look
Oh,
small.
we see like a bigger,
Yes.
As in a singular or plural,
But would be under.
bigger worms than what we've seen.
Correct, yeah. They're
Yeah.
making bigger waves than the ones you
yeah,
saw.
I peed my pants a little bit.
So yeah, just tell, Hans, just get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Hans is. You guys are holding your action, so as soon as something comes in, you got to do it. As, okay, bad guys get to go. Hans is gonna, make a pilot check, make sure that he doesn't blow the shit up. Shit.
Let him use his science.
God damn it, where is it? I'm not gonna keep this, cause this is also a minus, and I rolled 3 other minuses. So that would be a.
Nazi fuck. What a Nazi.
That's 4 minuses. As you hear Hans start up the engine.
See, you know the dice aren't tricked, by the way. It's just in your hands.
You hear him flood the engines. One of the engines, you see it on your side, black smoke starts coming out of it. The other one's, looks like
Can I
it's-
tap his, that, the body is a temple that holds God, which is the mind?
you get to hit it for free if you want, but for what? What are you doing?
Because if God is the mind, then he would not fuck that shit up.
I find
If God is the money, he would not fuck that shit up.
I will
I
let
love
you,
it.
since you paid the big one, you roll for Hans right now. Make the roll. I'll move on.
-4.
Plus, okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
Damn, nice.
So you see black smoke come out of it, and then.
So you guys know I have one more fate point.
Then he turns the engine off.
Who's the wrong button?
Yeah, and he turns it again, and everything fires up. So the propellers are rolling. Okay, as that is happening, yeah, go ahead and see it. Okay, as you guys get, the engines start running, Hans did his thing, Chantilly, you hear this guy. Hans says, "Won't I have company?" As he sees, Flying Demon is on the front.
Yeah, he's like on the fucking windshield, like.
Get on the windshield wipers!
Oh, did he crack the glass?
He shoots his little shooter through the glass.
Oh, does it go through the glass?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
German craftsmanship.
As you hear over the radio and the channel radio, you hear Hans say, "Oh, they're coming!" As you hear glass shatter, and then you hear gunshots.
Like,
Hans
from
has a
Hans
gun.
Store.
Hans has a fucking gun.
Yeah,
Did you guys fucking search it out?
he
No.
has a what do you call
He's
it?
a fucking
Luger.
Luger. He has a
Luger,
Luger.
yeah.
No, he has a Mauser.
Mouse.
He has a fucking
That's
Yeah, he has a broom handle. Yeah, I like that a lot better. That's way cool.
Isn't that?
Fucking turn around
Looters.
clip loader.
Yeah.
The C10.
Yeah, do Germans have looters though?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so a different one, but I think
Oh,
Han.
okay.
I think Han should have
It
a
was more
Mauser.
meant to
okay.
be like the
I think
idea
the
of
Han
having
should
the
have a
other gun.
Mauser because it's more it's like more
Yeah,
esoteric.
aesthetically it's pleasing, I was just
Yeah,
curious.
you should have it because that's more too.
Oh yeah, so you hear Hans firing away, as that fly demon is now in the cockpit, and Hans takes damage. Where is this thing? Where's my pen?
Oh, this is your chance to put Hans out of his misery. You're so good at that. Although I did shoot all those. I did
These
kill
other
them.
ones-
We still kind of need him to fly out of here, but.
Truly, in
As
this
you guys
episode, though,
see
I
this-
killed more people than you killed. I killed
As a
that
fly
guy and
demon
then-
lands on the
oh,
boom.
Shit.
Then you're front zone, do you wanna attack?
Am I gonna hit a Skeeter?
Yes, he will have to dodge as well from your shoot attack. But he gets armor. He gets armor because he's inside the cap. And so does Jared.
You're
Rob.
gonna shoot,
I'm sorry, Skeeter.
wait, is this a crane?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Crane, okay.
Yeah, Skeeter's on the crane because the other guy got taken off.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I start to pull the trigger. Atlas is barking furiously. Let's see what happens. +1, so you guess you're not gonna die. Yeah, except I'll give you a fate point, and I wouldn't miss because I am a student of the way of the gun. Hey, no, that's actually
That's
better.
better, way
That's
better.
better because it's +1.
Okay, perfect.
It's definitely better.
That's +1. It was better than when I missed and my bullets hit your
So we
ass.
don't know what's going on with this.
Yeah, so I'm on that gun. I actually just imagine it's like an Millennium Falcon. At least I believe it's like quad barrels.
Like, at least in my mind.
As you,
Yeah, in my mind,
I'm
I'm actually
blast the
like a
bat
falcon.
this thing. He actually blows off the wing of one of this thing. That's not able to fly away, kind of like, and flies into the ground. As it flies and hits the sand and starts like fluttering about, you see this come out and grab it.
Sweet, that's it, that's the goddamn Mongolian fucking.
Well, I can't see it, what's going on?
Oh yeah, look at this. This shit is terrifying. It's terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
So this thing gets, he eats this fly demon and takes it and pulls it down. This is much bigger than the little worms. This thing's maybe 12 to 18 feet in length.
The worm
This
is.
worm is, yeah.
Oh,
Takes it down. As you notice, the worm itself has like these chitinous plates that kind of go in segments around it, and they have these little, what appear to be like valves that are shooting out air constantly. It's not mechanical, it's biological, but it seems to be like the air that it's shooting out between its chitinous valves cause the sand to kind of liquefy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, as I'm shooting. That's very interesting.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Wait, is that just me that notices that, or is this guy noticing too?
Yeah, you can probably see it as well, because
Yeah,
it's within the
like,
light.
like,
That's on the other side, I don't even see it.
Yeah, you don't see that.
I'm just over here going,
But you have, yeah, you're just sitting there as,
you hear me firing though, because I could probably. You're probably what 20 feet away from me.
as it's trying to poke holes into the plane. You see another one of these flying.
okay, shoot the fuck out of it then.
Okay, take a shot. Okay, fly demons going
7,
7.
Oh, because you can shoot with your bullshit
yeah.
crafts.
Crafts. Bullshit crafts.
I mean.
I was using this basket weaving.
I mean, what I really meant by that was that someone has better fucking towers than I do.
Would you like to see the dice?
Yeah, no, it's fine. What'd you get?
7.
So,
Don't worry, I looked.
Yeah, I'm like, if you want me to open this up, I can do that.
I just
Casting dispersions, I've,
touched by God with the dice. Okay, so
I'm just saying the GM needs to cut me some slack and say, you land in an area where there's any animal you want.
well, fuck, God damn it.
Yeah, fuck your
I
bird.
think I know where your dice went.
Yeah.
Oh, straight to hell, oh.
Oh,
Oh.
it was a plus on the floor.
Yeah, it was a +1.
Alright, yes, you were able to blast it. It does not
Cool.
die, but you were able to shoot it a bunch of times.
It doesn't die?
They have armor on them,
Do they?
so the armor absorbs
Do they have
some
armor
of the
too?
shots. Who?
Do they have armor too?
Yes, and so did, and so did the, so did
That's,
the chitinous worms.
I was gonna say, cause you rolled pretty high.
Yes, he did.
And that's from like a, you know, an
Well, yeah.
aircraft gun, so.
Yes, you got
Pretty
plus-
gnarly.
plus
I'm not
six.
arguing, I'm saying that's
Plus
badass.
6 plus armor too, so. Does do damage, just does not
Yeah.
damage the
So
Totally.
Jerry's disappearing.
I'm just saying that
Yeah.
a testament to
I'm
how
like-
awesome they are.
You're gonna be okay to drive.
Oh, and absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not, that's right.
I'm only going to Auburn. Shit.
You need to sleep on my couch.
Well, I'll just sleep in the garage, it's fine.
You'll die of
cold as fuck.
exposure.
Listen, this will be the last turn. I told you, I'm working on being a pirate, okay?
Oh, I think you've accomplished it.
You
You need rum though, right?
As an aside,
It is.
that's what I'm doing.
Oh, really?
Spice rum.
Yeah, as an
So,
aside,
Jerry.
Sea of Thieves is an excellent game and you guys should play it. When it comes out.
Okay, your turn.
Okay.
Remember, they use their held action from last turn.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it's fine, you're wandering down the coast.
So, was there a moment where Rod was able to utilize the fact that I was doing the snake ritual?
Oh, it's Rod's turn. Actually, yes, there is a moment for him to do that. Thank you for reminding me.
Can Rod be like kind of like a tight neck? You should do this voice.
Rod?
Yeah.
I haven't thought of
Because when I do, yeah, because whenever I do Play with the Children and I do all my voices, all my villains are like retarded British Cockney accents, and all their names, yeah, all their names end with what? Oi, mate, you killed Jimmy and Georgie and Petey. Yeah, and I just can't help it. I try to think of something else, but they're all these retarded British men. All my villains are retarded English.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
You killed Jimmy. You killed Petey.
Well, he's dead.
That's funny, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, he's able to shoot. He actually takes a shot at the worm.
Oh, Rod, why did you do that, bro? Because
And
Rod
he gets
has,
the worm.
has a stern bear, right?
He does.
Rod the only reason he's alive is because of Victor. He gave him a stern bear.
And he hits the worm actually pretty hard. But the worm retaliates as the worm lurches up and sprays a green liquid all over the cab.
No.
Rob grabs you and pulls you out of the way on the other side as the cab itself starts to melt. And so the cover that you got, the armor that you got, is now disappeared as there's a big acid melted hole through there. And the chitinous worm went back into the ground and disappeared somewhere.
Well, we actually can't see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Okay, so your turn. Jimmy.
That's my turn, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, your turn.
That was
That was Rod's turn.
And I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, because he went.
Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, that's your turn.
Yeah, because it's you, me, and then him. I don't know.
Yeah, it's.
I'm last, I'm fourth.
Sorry, that was my NPC going. Rod.
Yes.
So I
Yeah,
held
yeah,
my
yeah.
action, so I guess it's a
Yes.
whatever.
You already went.
Oh, no, I shot the flag.
Yeah, you just shot that fly, so you'll go again next turn.
Alright, so we've got demon fly up there with goddamn Hans. We got our shooters and living wings. And run. Holy shit. I don't really want to stay outside anymore. It feels like I'm abandoning Rod.
The gas is half filled up. You guys have enough gas to take off, certainly.
I got your back, dude. I'm gonna go.
You're still. Oh yeah, that's right. So basically, what happened was. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'll just do my snake ritual.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to give Rod a bonus.
Yeah. So that Rod has that bonus.
Okay.
How's it going?
Is Rod filling it up?
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Well, we'll both. I'm sort of supervising, or I'm like doing.
I'll give you a favor for protecting an NPC.
Wow.
It's like the one time Skeeter. I know it's only the second time Skeeter's ever shown his heart at all.
I just like the NPC is like, I just gave him a name
Yeah,
like
it's
2
Rod.
minutes ago.
It's Petey. It's Georgie.
Rod. Anyways, it's fun. You're saying- I like it. Okay, he's doing a snake ritual one more turn, which is good because it gives him another vote.
I guess
Yeah,
my
Which will need.
I guess I yell at Hans, Hans, be ready to take off.
Hans is like, "And I'm busy right now."
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Technically, he's as ready as he.
Oh,
can
is
be.
the other, well, I wouldn't know.
Oh, so
It's
he
on.
gets to roll against, sorry, this is for Hans, then. They didn't know that thing. What is that? Okay, that's not good, Hans.
Oh, is it?
As you just hear more gunshots and you hear Hans go, "Ah!"
I guess I yell, Hans, do you need help? All I hear is gunfire.
You hear, what's her nuts?
Chantilly.
Chantilly's screaming.
What's her, never mind. I say what's her badge, but yeah. What's her, never mind.
Jesus.
We'll cut that one out. Beep.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That was
Views expressed by Benji
Yeah.
are not.
50.
Yeah, Becky's a member of the Aryan Nation, IRL. Just kidding. You know what? Fuck it. I start to get up to go towards where Hans is, but then I sit back down because Hans is a Nazi fuck, and I will reserve my action to protect my Skeeter and Rod.
Okay, fair enough. I like it. So you're holding your action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would I see anything else from where I'm at?
Yeah, you still have this fly. Actually, he's now trying to fly directly into the window of the gun port.
Oh shit, on his side?
So yeah.
Shoot him again.
Yep, take another shot. Go for it.
Blow this motherfucker away.
I got 5 that time.
5.
That's a pretty good roll.
Oh, it's lighting.
About 40
Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you miss.
I missed.
Yes. But he is wounded. When he's attacking.
At least stop him from trying to get.
Yeah, he's coming full bore from you, so if it's with his attack, gonna be this round.
Must have some badass athletics or whatever.
Yeah, they do.
Dodge. Plus,
They're +5 fly demons.
I was gonna say, do
So
they
they
have
get-
plus in the air?
Plus in the air. They actually have a stun that gives them a bonus roll in
To
the
the air, yeah.
air. Okay, back. Oh wait,
I have a
full
D-
circle.
I have a D-
Hans
I have
is
a
up
D
there.
like that.
Hans gets another
He has
attack.
+2 in the air.
Um,
This Hans would roll for the
Are
right.
these the glass? Do they have shutters or anything like that, or are they just always?
yeah, no, you can definitely close it off. Like you can pull a gun and you can close it off.
Oh, can you? Okay, that makes sense.
It just occurred to
Do we
me.
have a tail gun?
No, there's not.
We just basically got 2 side guns.
2 side guns, correct.
Victor, we need a tail gun.
Yeah, you could, and you could install one. You could install one, or one above, like a, what do you call that, a dome?
Oh yeah. Same as fucking rocket launchers.
These Yeah. How fucking rad would that be? The campaign ends when you fucking crash the plane into the fucking
Antarctic.
the 3 pyramids in
Oh,
Antarctica.
Nazis.
It just
Yeah.
nuke 'em. That'd be
Is
fucking
Hans finally
awesome.
done?
Hans is done,
rad
sorry, I got
Nazis.
distracted. Hans is done with that.
Yeah, because you.
But is he dead or is he
No,
dead?
he's not done. But this guy,
Yeah, you know Hans isn't dead.
the
Levels,
chitness,
whatever.
Hans got injected with the venom, bro. He's gonna go full snake.
He's gonna skull fuck one of these flies.
He's gonna
And then
still-
mutate.
Yeah, with this fucking. He's gonna do with this fucking dual reptile.
he takes
penis.
another shot at the chitness worm.
What is that shit called?
Just stop over that.
I think it's
Oh,
called
the
a
worm,
hemi
you see the worm taking some damage now. It's actually like bleeding out. Wes, you were holding your
Yeah,
action.
what color
Did
is
you
the,
wanna-
yeah, what
did you
color
wanna
is,
see the
yeah,
shot?
what color is the
Does
blood?
that include his
gross.
invoke for?
Yes, that does
Okay.
include it.
Yes, yeah, so I see the,
That's the other reason you get him, actually.
Oh,
so as soon as the worm,
Just double checking.
as soon as the worm pops up to go towards Victor and the Skeeter, I just fucking, full on the trigger, fucking Atlas is going. Oh, okay, so I get 4.
The worm gets the roll.
Does Atlas add anything to that? You
No,
specifically
he just
mentioned that
barks.
Atlas.
He barks. Yeah, he gives me a -1 to.
No,
So
it gives
he's
you a
barking.
motivation. He's
Okay.
man's best friend.
You get the worm flops back into the ground, disappears. Okay.
Disappears, huh?
Not dead, but it disappears. Alright, your turn.
Okay, what is the time now? How
You
much
got
longer?
1 hour left here. This has been going on now. You've been fending off attacks for 3 hours.
So we have another hour, so we're at like 75%.
Yeah. Yeah, if you were to stop fueling now, you'd have about 900 miles worth of fuel in the plane.
Yeah, so you get the fucking Idaho.
Have we been fueling this whole time?
Yeah.
How far is
You read it?
Texas from here?
Say it again?
How far is Texas from here?
Man, fuck off, just say we can get there. Say we can get to Dallas.
Well, I'm just where?
From Mexico, it's probably,
Yeah, we're in southern Nevada, so I mean, you
Or
only
no,
have to
that's
get.
a-
Sure, but what is Southern Nevada?
What, you
mean? Las
only have to
Vegas?
get across New Mexico and Arizona, right? I guess it also depends on what part
Fuck
of
no,
Texas.
I don't wanna go to Mexico.
You get
Arizona
if
and
you-
New Mexico.
Texas,
Over those two
to get to the
states.
center of Texas from where you guys are would take 1,200 miles. Would be almost exactly 1,200 miles.
We
To
need,
the center of Texas.
we need to make contact with Lyndon Baines Johnson.
Who's in Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
Did you know? Yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Because I don't know if you knew, this, everything's bigger in Texas.
Lyndon Johnson is in Texas. He's not the governor, is he?
No, he's the lieutenant governor.
Lieutenant governor, yeah. That's true.
okay.
Oh, that,
We
like,
have
an
been
actual
fueling this whole time? I thought in the very beginning, we were talking about pull away.
in this.
No,
That's why he
I
chose that.
was just curious, I didn't know if
In
you were.
the, in
So I
this.
I haven't had a
technology
chance to read all that.
I think he was.
Yes, he did succeed.
He may have been.
Okay,
Yeah.
so. I'm
He
just
may,
gonna-
he may have been in the House of Reps.
I'm sorry,
right?
we were talking about.
Yeah.
He was talking about you.
Yeah, I say, I realize maybe in House of Reps or Senator, but anyway.
Okay, since we still have another hour,
Basically, it's
That's
another
it.
round.
right,
We're-
another round, then I'm just gonna, I'll do the same thing I did before. I mean, I'm gonna do the snake ritual once again, try and help my buddy Rod and.
The
Just,
hero,
just
yeah,
as
the
you
hero
are
of
thinking
Ragnarok.
about that, you're about to say that, but I just want you to know that you hear
What the fuck?
as the civilian guy falls onto the boom.
Jeremy?
No,
Yeah.
the guy they picked up like
Yeah.
10 years ago? He's
He
dead.
falls onto the crane. It doesn't knock the crane off, but he's all broken and dead, laying there on the boom, and you hear up in the air.
Alright, Rod, I think we just gotta go.
Okay, you asked Rod to get so you guys are gonna take your action to get in the plane.
Yep.
Okay. Get in the plane. You guys get it. All right, you guys are loaded up in the plane. Actually, everybody is in the plane.
Alright.
Okay, your turn, Wes. You see nothing out there.
I guess I yell at Hans, what's going on?
You hear just like up in the fuselage up there.
I abandon the gun and run to the Atlas and I run into the cockpit.
You get in there and you see Hans have gotten stabbed through the arm by the poker.
Sure, they have like a stinger or something.
Stinger, yeah, stinger of the thing sticking through his arm, and it looks like it's pumping something into Hans' shoulder, as Hans is like struggling with it. The children, Chantilly is like holding a gun, but she's like, you know, two hands, it's all over the
Sure,
place.
she's a woman, I understand.
And she's backing them. She's backing the children into a corner,
You guys look good.
and she's backing the children into a corner and watching over them. Oh, what do you do?
Did you pull the gun in and close it, or you just ran away from it?
Oh no, I ran away, of course. Come on, I don't know anything about flight and all this stuff. And
The gun can be opened during takeoff.
Yeah, no,
sure,
sorry.
sure. Yeah, no, I still have my Sturmgewehr, so wherever this fucking thing is, I open fire on it.
Sure.
Okay, 6, no, 5, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's a
perfect.
5.
Perfect. He's hit it a couple of times, so
Yeah.
he gets
Hans
it.
is a G. He's the real deal.
We're gonna do 1 box of damage, but that might be enough.
Okay, that's
Let's see.
okay. It's okay. It's a sweet, no,
So it is enough. As you start blasting this thing, you flies out the window.
Oh, it flies away to you.
Flies away. The engines are running
Well,
now.
Hans and I want to do research on it.
You hear Hans say, "Is everyone in the plane?" He's on the radio. You can hear him on your side.
It's my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull the gun in, close it,
Okay.
and whatever the little fucker's still doing out the window there. Like,
You see like the metal like bending in.
and I'm gonna run over into the cockpit and just push throttle.
Epic.
See the snake. Perfect. You make me a pilot roll over.
We got 3.
3. Hans takes a roll. Choose one small one. And Hans does above. You guys are gonna take off.
How much fuel do we have?
You have 1,200 miles worth of fuel. It's quite a ways, actually. I have to look at the actual, that might be considerably more than what the could fly. I think it fully loaded, it was like 600 or 800 miles, but regardless, this is a modified.
I was gonna say, that was
So,
a modified one, so that works.
1,200 miles, so you guys are in the air.
Oh, we took off.
We get 1,200 miles, I thought it was 900.
You were at that last round, the flight demon didn't come back, you were able to still, it was still filling up automatically.
Oh,
As long as the flight demon didn't attack it, you can attack
I suppose you have any nukes on here, huh, Hans?
it. Hans is like, no, he's not in the mood for jokes, he's holding his arm, he's bleeding out. He says, Miss Santilli, please, I need help.
I was just gonna go over Chantilly, so that works.
Chantilly says, why should I save you, Hans?
Well, he did try to help your fiance.
And didn't he heal her? Oh, that's true, he was trying to help her. That's true. Chantilly looks at him and says, for that reason alone, I'm gonna save your life. And she puts him aside and starts to go to work on him. Alright. As she cuts open his shirt, how many of you are there?
Well, I'm
just wondering, Miss Chantilly,
I'm in the cockpit because I just helped. I shot at the fly demon.
Okay.
Me and Atlas are there.
I'm just curious to know more about what yours and Hans's backstory is, because I know I saw glimpses of y'all together years ago, but what was going on there?
She said, make me a report check.
Did she just start that right where he's at?
Say that one time.
Did she?
She's taking him, yeah, she's put him on a bunk, that's right there.
Okay.
And he's working on him. Why?
I wanna know if I can see what's happening. I'm flying.
You're flying, right now you're flying. So.
Oh, you
But
were
I fixed my.
I didn't know she just
No, I
like really
gained
quick
one
one
more.
Oh, no, okay.
No, no,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Okay.
she's,
You can make one more. You got this.
you wouldn't be able to see it.
You got it.
I'll just smell it.
Yeah, so. What did you roll?
I rolled a -1, so I'm
You rolled
thinking
0.
about
Oh no, +1.
playing
You're thinking about trying to mind rape her?
Oh, great. No,
Jesus
don't mind
Christ.
rape missions.
No.
They might have to shoot you.
Party fight.
I was going to spend my don't take any guffness one
And reroll.
and re-roll, because I was assuming that's gonna be better than low help. Anyway.
It can't be worse.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, actually, it could be way worse.
I was gonna say, you want to reroll on like
Plus
-3 and
one.
-4,
Well,
right?
+1 is considerably more than -1. Okay, so.
Well, yeah, but my +2 would have done the exact
Some
same.
of the absolute values, good guess.
Yes.
Oh, did you have a +2? Oh, right,
No,
right,
if
right.
I had spent the fate point
Well,
either
in
for
the
a
book, they
+2 or
say
a
you
reroll.
want to reroll,
If-
minus
if
three,
it's-
minus
It's
four.
exactly the same, but still, yes, it's better than the negative.
Chantilly, this is what Chantilly says. Chantilly says, I don't know what you saw, Skeeter, but I'm an American. And I love my country. And I would never do anything to support Nazi scum like him. But I'm also a human being. And unlike some people on this plane, I value life, regardless of how far gone it is.
That's what we call a sick burn.
Well, I never said you weren't an American, but I know Chantilly is just a town in France, and I saw you being paraded around by a Nazi commander, and you were speaking French, and you didn't look all that happy about it, and at the time, there was a resistance fighter being hung.
She turns around and slaps you in the face.
You should have to take.
Do you
the
allow
other.
her to slap you in the face?
Slaps
She's
you
gonna- she got
in
one?
your soft spot.
She's gonna slap you across the face like this. Do you allow her to?
Sure.
She says, Skeeter, I think you said enough for one day.
Hell, you gave me your letter back and your ring.
He hits your soft spot.
And you were not brain dead forever.
Oh, fuck
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Wait, we don't know any of Miss Chantella's aspects, do we?
No, you don't. And Miss Chantilly doesn't, you don't know. She doesn't divulge any information to you. But now you've heard that. They didn't know all of this. So what you just divulged there was.
Sure.
So Skeeter was able to see that she was being paraded around by some Nazi in Chantilly, France, and that she had a resistance boyfriend, a French resistance,
Yeah, sure.
who got hung in France sometime during the war. So that's apparent to you. So maybe anybody else who has maybe a better report could ask Chantilly about what's going
Yeah,
on.
and considering that maybe she is actually an American, but she was speaking French.
It's true.
Not that Americans can't speak French, but still, she was speaking French.
Listen, Skeeter, Americans only speak American, okay?
Well, then you ask her some questions, little boy. That's all I can say. Because my report is shit, plus I killed one of her two loves.
Sweet Jesus.
Isn't there a fucking hole in the cockpit?
When air is coming through.
Yeah, I'm sure it's like. Yeah, I look at Victor. Victor, we got a big fucking problem up here. Yeah, I'm like,
report.
and I'm like, listen, airplane hole death if not fixed.
It doesn't fly. I mean, you guys could fly low.
Listen,
You could fly low. It would just be loud and windy.
We're gonna be deaf and cold.
yeah, it's cold, man.
Do you not want to go through because he opened the door for you? Like, what is...
It's cold, man.
You have a
That's what I-
fucking whore!
That's
You
what
can
I-
ask some
okay.
fucking...
Listen, it's
okay.
fine.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it later when he's got to in bed.
Yes.
He's gonna try. He wants to have a sex scene with this Chantilly.
Right.
Oh God, I don't want to.
Spend all my goddamn fate points trying to help this
Yeah,
kid.
no, actually, I call for Victor.
I don't know
too.
why.
Victor, there's a goddamn hole in the
I'm really
cockpit.
called a murderer and a non-hero, yet I'm the one that spent all my fate points to keep this fucking
Yeah,
group going.
and
It's
listen,
true.
you're
And I'm
Skeeter's the true hero of Ragnarok. I mean, Hans really is.
I love it.
Yeah, no, anyway, I yell for you. Victor, there's a goddamn hole in here.
The real hero is Rob and Ronnie.
Yeah, the real hero is Rodney. Ronnie's a psychopath.
Yeah, Ronnie's a psychopath.
He is just insane. You know?
As Ronnie comes up and says, "What's going on with the radio?"
Which radio?
It's Flames radio. You
Yeah.
guys have a radio here, right?
Out of character, the one you disconnected.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just making sure he's still present.
Who's still present?
Ronnie. I didn't know if he was asking about the radio we were, like, did we bring it from the place?
No,
Or,
well, he has his whole radio.
that's what I mean, he has a radio and there's a radio on board,
Yeah,
so.
he's opting up one on board. Doesn't seem to be working.
it might need some repairs. And,
He goes over the radio.
wait, I just wanna tell him something first.
Oh, sure.
Like, you know, I'm gonna look back and as they're dealing with Hans, I'm gonna be like, just don't be testy on him.
Why would you do that?
Let's bring a fucking Nazi on board. And just before we got to as we were on our way to the last base, he radioed somebody that he knows
Yeah.
with our coordinates. So,
How is it that the Nazi doesn't have Americans on board? This is a Nazi plane, isn't it?
well, it's Nazi made, but possession is 9/10 of the law, so if you want to reuse the
Yeah.
fucking
Can I
radio,
give you a
plug
fake
in the
white to
antenna.
Yeah. Can I do a fake way to make Ronnie have an aspect called I hate Nazis?
I hate Nazis. Well, he doesn't have any pure hatred for
No,
Nazis.
okay, never mind.
But he does.
So anyway, I'm like, this is,
Never mind.
I'm gonna tell him, I'm like, this is between you and me, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Fucking Ronnie. God damn it.
Ronnie fixes the radio.
All I have is a fucking dog.
And
you got a
He's
snake,
like, oh.
man.
He looks over at everybody and says, "It looks like the radio was broken, but I fixed it."
Fuck off. I wrote a report because I'm like, that's some bullshit. Oh, fuck me in the ass. That's a 4. What do I know about that, his statement? I wrote a 4.
You know that it's true that he fixed the radio. It wasn't working.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck off. Fuck off, Ronnie. That's fine. I know, as far as I know, he's telling the truth. God damn it.
I guess I have to ask ahead of time if the MTTs are retarded.
Ronnie's not retarded.
A little bit.
He's crazy.
Ronnie is, he thought he was helping. It should have been like a good thing. Okay, so the radio's back and working. Ronnie has turned it back to that German station.
Oh, god damn it. Is Hitler on the air?
Yes, Hitler is talking on the radio, or it appears to be Hitler's voice is talking on the radio.
Can I ask Hans can I ask Hans if it's Hitler, and then if he says yes, what is he saying?
He says, Hans is stating that Hitler is making a speech to youth and encouraging the young of the world, Aryan young of the world, to seek out the Aryan power wherever they see it, and that the serpent is related to the strength and virility of the Aryan nation, and that they should embrace the serpent, and that they should find their way to the Nazi promised land.
Ronnie, is this the same messages you've been collecting all this time?
It's always some variation, but yeah, and you know, it's this, and then they'll play Wagner for 4 hours, and then there'll be more of this.
What the fuck's up, Wagner?
But is it different enough that you would assume that regardless if it's actually Hitler, it is different each time? It's not just a loop David.
Yes, yeah, I've been able to figure that out. Hans says, no, this is Hitler. Yeah, this is my Führer. He's speaking truth to the Aryan people. He's trying to raise up the Nazi power. Because the war was won, not lost. The summoning of the serpent.
You were a bit shifty earlier on. Like, is Adolf in his original God-given body, or is he somewhere else right now, still existing as Adolf?
The mind of the Führer is strong.
Oh.
Yeah,
quietly,
I want to fucking get into his head right now. Oh.
I am your god.
Go for it.
And I was gonna say,
Okay, well that's still a plus.
can I use my report to
Would you?
+4?
I'm going to do that. 1 second. You ask me one question, and I'm going to deal with what you just did.
I'm sorry. What?
Oh, actually, it's going to be a +5 because I want to use my hillbilly magic
Can
one
I-
so I can roll for
Lord,
for
yeah.
will.
Yeah, Lord.
I'm sorry. What did Hans say? I'm sorry. What did he just say about Hitler? The mind of.
The mind of the Führer is strong. As you say that, you just grab Hans by the hand, or whatever, touch him. This is a direction I was not expecting. to go.
Remember, Hans is in full Nazi regalia.
And you get back into a room, and it's a room. They're on a large conference table, and you see Heinrich Himmler there, and Goebbels, and you see all of the Rudolf Höss and and off Hess. You see all the Nazi command there, basically.
Is Admiral Domitz there?
Isn't he the one who was in?
He was in charge at the end of days IRL.
Yes, yeah,
but-
no,
No, he
no.
was in charge of the Kriegsmarine,
Yeah, no, well,
the
yes,
Navy essentially.
yes.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
He
I'm
would
sorry.
not have been, because he's Wehrmacht, isn't he?
I
I don't know.
fucking cares.
Well, I mean, for this, I kind of kill them all.
Yeah.
Say what you will about National Socialism.
But at least it's an ethos, bro. Come on, fucking nihilists. Take that fleet.
Oh, bringing in the Coen Brothers film again. All right.
Okay.
That's nothing to do with the game, but
Yeah, no.
all you listeners out there, watch Fargo.
Anthony's like, this is the last game. It default quickly. We're actually close to end, actually, for this episode, but, I'm gonna do this one episode
I'm
because this
surprised
is,
we didn't die.
well, here's the last
Okay,
bit.
graboids. Okay.
Here's the last bit. You go into his mind, and there's this long table, you see all the Nazi brass are there, high commands there, and they're talking, and from Hans's perspective, he's looking down the table and he's looking across, and you hear Hitler's voice from coming, and as you turn all the way back, you see what looks like 4 metal legs and a tank on top of it, and inside the tank is a brain, and there's a little speaker on the front, and Hitler's voice is coming out of it.
So awesome. There's a brain in the tank.
Oh, I so knew I wanted to ask more about that and you to learn about that shit because I was like, it's way too shifty earlier when you were like talking. I was like, there's some more there. God damn, fucking Hitler crane.
Hitler Krang. Oh my god.
I wonder if Hans is the one that put him in the tank.
We don't know. So before that'll be the end of this episode of Heroes of Ragnarok.
Yeah, I fucking commit suicide.
The question being, at the end of this episode, where are you guys going?
I thought we were going to Texas.
Oh, that's my question. As a team,
Fuck,
we
you
have
want to
only,
go to
we
Dallas?
haven't
No.
established where you
We're gonna
guys.
go to fucking Fort Worth.
Well, we
know we can
only
make
get
it,
so
right?
well we get what 1,200 miles, right?
1,200
Fuck, can we make it to Kansas City?